in his backyard. I'm sure he's gonna get a really cold.
He's back inside.
Oh, you're back inside. It might be too cold today. So we might going to use the wall today. I haven't heard any feedback from anybody about how excited they are about the wall. So is this too far? Is this okay, right? Okay. So very, very gently allowing their physical body to just focus for a second in something that you're grateful for. There's so many, it's so easy and it's so simple to not think about the things that are going well in our lives, or the things that we like to engage with, or the things that are positive in our lives, and so easily distracted about all the other negative things. And I say that for myself. So, you know, as I've referred many times to the story that Guru Maharaji talks about on one of the very advanced, of course, you know, very advanced devotee, person of devotional feelings towards God, in this case towards Sri Krishna. And so this is Mother, or Queen Kunti. And so Queen Kunti always asks, so there's a tradition that whenever these advanced souls, or whenever Krishna, divinity, appears in front of a devotee, then they always, or any kind of his avatars or his forms, or different forms, there's always the opportunity to ask him for a boon, so a gift per se. You can ask him for anything at that point. And so Mother Kunti, Queen Kunti, was a queen and had everything, all the, you know, material belongings that she needed and everything else that might be, you know, needed from the senses. The only thing that she asked for, that was her constant prayer actually, was to bring in more suffering, more pain, more difficulties and challenges in her life, because that's the only time that she can actually think intensely on needing God, right? And we all may have had the same experience. When we go through the most difficult times in our lives is when we really come to our knees, and when we go through, and even saints of different traditions go through that same period, through the same experience. St. Francis of Assisi, one of the other saints that I really admire too very much for the simplicity of his lifestyle. He also had gone through the Catholic, in the early Catholic tradition. He also went through his dark nights, he called them. You know, moments of doubt and frustration, or whatever dark night he went through. That also reminded him of his vulnerability and humility, right? When everything is dandy-gory and everything is just rainbows and unicorns, and it's difficult to really think about the things that are important, that are actually priority in life, and all the other things seem to take precedent, and we forget so easily the true intent of our body. So anyway, so all that to say, I'm going to make you suffer today through the yoga practice, so you can start praying to God more intensely. Just kidding. Just kidding. So very, very gently, find your wall very close by, sit against it if you are not too cold, or the wall is not too cold, or if you're actually not wearing a shirt. So just be kind with your body temperature, Exhale kindly through your shoulders and see if your body can accommodate not only the shoulders and not only the head and the back of the head against the wall, but also the base of your spine, that you can feel the hips and the lower back and the center of your spine to be closest to the wall, to just exhale, just alignment. What does it feel like to ground your hips? Doesn't matter where your legs are. Your legs can be stretched, folded, doesn't matter. And maybe the inhalation feels that your vertebrae column leans a little bit deeper into the wall and you start extending gently towards the sky through the crown. And the abdomen slowly moves gently into the wall behind you. As if your abdominal cavity is actually pressing the lumbar spine and the lower back into the wall behind. And you breathe in until your elbows and your shoulder blades and the back of your arms, your triceps, touch the wall behind you, and you align your shoulders, you lengthen your neck, and your jaw draws in so the spine lengthens all the way towards the sky. When your body's ready, feel that the exhalation, that you're sitting deeply through your tailbone into the ground, and let your right arm slowly come as if you're touching through your fingernails on the wall, gently raising on the wall. Your elbow can be as bent as needed and just raise it as much as your body allows it. Your shoulder has maybe limitations, right? That place the back of the arm, the elbow, the forearm, not the wrist, tries sometimes to arch off the wall, lengthen your fingers. So the entire hand is actually touching the wall. And you can feel the elbow as bent as needed or as extended. And you find your body reaching gently through the right arm towards the sky. And let your body exhale. Your lower back does not arch off the wall. Feel that your abdomen still flattens the lower back into the wall, that your jaw draws in, that the left hand slowly lifts off the ground and then slowly presses forward as if you're just imagining an imaginary wall in front of you. And the palm of the hand presses gently towards that wall, and your jaw draws in, and your right hand extends, and your belly button area supports, and you breathe deeply into this position. And you exhale. Feel that your lower ribs, your back aligned. Do not push through your knees. Do not push through your feet. Simply use your core strength. One more time. Shoulder blades against the wall as much as possible. Take a deep breath in. When your body's ready, let your right elbow and your left arm to slowly come gently towards the ground. Exhale very, very gently into this position. Allow your legs to extend. Stretch them out. Switch position of legs if needed. Allow your body to stay aligned with your hips, with your lower back. When your body is ready, allow gently the left arm to open. And notice the difference between the range of movement and the capability of that left forearm, elbow, tricep, fingernails, wrist area to touch the wall behind you. And so what is it? What is the feeling on that shoulder? Huh? So feel it from the pectoral muscles. The pectoral muscles are open in the chest, that your clavicle is actually carrying the arm and you're not pinching through your shoulder. And the arm extends as much or as little as your body needs to. And feel the left arm extends and you press it against the wall and you hold it. And is your lower back coming off the wall, or can you slowly retract your belly and feel that your core muscles are extending and your jaw draws in? It doesn't mean that it necessarily has to completely touch, just feel it. So what happens with your shoulder? Observe that you're not pinching, that you're not forcing. Get to know your body deeply. Allow your right hand to slowly open gently forward as you breathe in, as if the palm of the hand slowly places in front of your chest, and the right shoulder blade, right shoulder slowly presses against the wall behind you. You breathe. And you exhale, jaw draws in, left arm open. One more time. Feel your underarm. Feel the entire scapula, the entire structure of the left side of your body. Can you really feel it? The chest muscles, the scapular area, the backside, the shoulder blade, that is, the muscles outside the arm, your lat muscles, as we talked about, or your wing muscles, the rib cage muscles, and your last lung tissue. Can you feel your body? Fingernails, all of 5 of them touch gently against the wall. And then exhale, and then slowly both elbows kindly and gently towards the sides of your body. Exhale very slowly towards the ground. Let your fingers touch gently towards the baseboard. Allow your knees to slowly flex off the ground so your feet are as wide as your body needs to. And observe the exhalation as if your hips are gently touching deeper into the wall. And let your body exhale kindly into this pose, and then allow your arms and shoulders to open wide around the wall, touching the wall, and raise and slowly on the wall, touching your fingernails, touching possibly the forearms, the elbows, bending the elbows as much as you need to until your arms come as high as your body needs to. And the tip of the fingers are going to slowly face each other. So you're flexing the elbows, the back of the arms are slowly touching towards the wall, and you feel Again, the chest, the shoulders, the abdomen contracts, so you raise in your rib cage, and the body exhales slowly through the fingernails towards the wall behind you. One more time, jaw draws in. Check that your lower back is not too far away from the wall, that the back of the neck is not too far away from the wall. Really align your body. Open the elbows, open the shoulders. One more time. Observe that you're breathing. What is your breathing doing through the vertebral column, extending and opening wide and up towards the sky? Allow the exhalation to slowly release and slowly soften towards the sides of your body, gently down towards the ground. Very nice. Breath in. Allow your body to slowly maintain your feet exactly where they are. Open the arms on the wall as if your fingers are touching the wall, and then slowly with your hips, with your tailbone closest to the baseboard, allow your arms to press forward and lean over your thighs as if your fingers are pointing to the wall and touching the wall, and your torso separates completely without separating your hips off the wall. Your hips remain into the wall, or your glutes stay as close to the baseboard as possible, and your torso folds. And you use your hands to press into the wall and extend your body. Your shoulders are not rolled forward or dropped. You're rolling them away from the chest and down away from your ears. So you really feel the rotation pushing down through your traps, extending into the wall, pressing all the way maybe towards the baseboard, a little bit higher. Your elbows never forced or locked. Exhale through your tummy. One more time. Press your torso deeper into the space between your thighs. When your body exhales, your head and jaw slowly, never fight the position. Look towards your abdomen, towards the entire hip area, towards the space between your feet when your last long division. And you really press as if you're just really flexing with intention. Bring your hands slowly back into your thighs, into your knees. Slowly exhale, kindly upright. Press your hands onto your lower thighs, maybe towards the kneecaps, and then press the back against the wall. Slowly extend, reach, deep breath. When your shoulder blades, and then maybe the back of the elbows, maybe the triceps are against the wall. So you can just adjust the distance of your feet, move them closer towards the wall, away from the wall, wider apart, whichever is your preference and intensity. Find your exhalation. Again, observe the spine, really lengthen the abdomen, the front part of your body. Imagine that the inner lining of your torso is sustaining the vertebral column. One more time, take a deep, deep breath as if the crown of the head extends up gently the entire vertebral column, and then without lifting your head, simply look out towards the right side as if your head turns over on the wall softly. Not muscle, not push your head, let it roll softly. Do not change position of shoulders, elbows, hands, look out, jaw draws in. Allow the crown of the head to extend. One more time, breathe in. And then open the shoulder blades wide, tummy muscles, chest opens. One more time, take a deep, deep breath. Feet, are they even? Are your heels, toes even to the ground? Last or fourth breath in, pressing your hands against your thighs so you can really feel the pressure on your back lengthening. And then exhale, kindly return very gently to your own pace, your own intensity, back to center, breath in, allowing your body to stay with your hips in position. Your hands are going to come slowly towards each other, palms of the hands, elbows, and you're going to press your lower back or your hips or your glutes towards the wall, and you're going to round over your spine in between your legs. Maybe your legs need to open wider, maybe your legs need to stay in their position, maybe your legs come closer, and your elbows come slowly, and you press intentionally the tailbone area, the entire sacrum, the entire hips into the wall so you can feel leveraging as your glutes press back, as your feet are even to the floor from big toe to pinky toe, and your torso comes in between your legs, and your jaw draws in, and your spine lengthens, and your hands are together. Your forearms are closest towards each other, if not elbows touching, and your body exhales. Press your tailbone, flex your belly, round your spine. One more time, feel even sides on the right and the left side of your body. Find that your breath really moves internally. Your entire inner lining of your thoracic cavity as you expand, that you breathe, press your lungs against those ribs, and you're finally exhaling deeply, deeply into this pose to slowly allow your body to soften, to come back, inhaling here. One more time, hands come towards your lower thighs, knees, hips, whichever is most appropriate for your elbows and shoulders to be in contact with the wall behind you. Your jaw draws in, do not arch your neck away from the wall. Take a deep breath through your spine and look out to the left side of your body. Slowly roll slowly towards your left ear, cheekbone. Breath in. Do not shift your shoulders. Maintain your shoulders in contact and placed against the wall behind you. One more time. Observe your breath. Open your chest. Jaw draws into your throat. One inhalation at a time. Breathe deeply. Exhale all the way through. Do not muscle, do not push your head. Simply let it roll slowly without lifting it off the wall. In your last long exhalation, find your shoulders, your chest really wide, and then roll your head back to center. Take a deep, deep breath in. And then exhale very, very gently. Very nice. Allow your body to slowly walk your feet a little bit closer towards the hips. So your hips are going to slide up the wall and you're going to gently raise your hips, and your feet are going to walk far away from the wall. So you find the entire weight of your glutes, of your hips against the wall, and your hips are very tall and your knees are never locked. You can bend them as much as you need to. Make sure your feet are always parallel, looking in the same direction, and you're not pressing on the tip of the toes, you're pressing on the heels. And your abdomen is always supported, and your torso slowly lengthens, and you can feel the palms of the hands onto your thighs, into your upper shins, into your ankles, into the toes, into your feet. Allow your body to exhale. Shoulders are broad, jaw draws in, crown of it extends away from the wall as if you're just flattening your back. When your body's ready, let your right hand stay on the leg, and let your left arm with your thumb directing the movement forward until your fingers extend just in front of your body. Press, never lock your knees, press your glutes. Actively place your hips into the wall, abdomen flattens. One more time, jaw draws in. Exhale, exhale. One more time, feel the extension as if your arm is a full elongation from the waist out forward. Breath in. Your right hand gives support, never lock or press down or extend your knees. Last long inhalation. Can you feel the muscles? Are you holding that left arm in position without dislocating the left shoulder? You're not pulling the shoulder off socket. You're retrieving through the deltoid muscles. You already know those muscles around your rotator cuff, to feel them connecting into the upper back rather than away from the upper back. So you feel your rib cage really supporting that arm. Exhale and release that left arm slowly towards the ground. Beautiful. Allow your body to settle gently into the position. Soften the neck and back and shoulders. Bend your knees, slide your hips a little bit lower, maybe knee height, and let your back sit gently against the wall deeply while your legs are at most 90 degrees. Not because you're pressing the tip of the toes and you're not leaning onto the joints of the knees, but because you're using your glutes, you're using your thighs, you're using the heels of your feet. Your heels of feet are really engaging and triggering your glute muscles and thigh legs to support the movement against the wall. Your abdomen flattens, your chest is wide. When your body's ready, your arms open wide around against the wall towards the sky. It doesn't matter how high, it doesn't matter how open. Exhale, jaw draws in. Flatten your back against the wall, use your leg muscles. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. Can you feel your tummy? Can you feel your jaw? Inhale, one deep breath through the length of the spine. When your body is ready, let your final long deep breath into this position, and allow the exhalation to slowly soften the arms without sacrificing your neck, your lower back, the center of your spine. Squeeze your glutes, deep breath in, and allow your body to slowly place your hands against the wall and slide your hips a little bit higher. Extend your legs gently, doesn't matter how far. Allow your hands to come into your legs. Exhale, abdomen, flatten the spine. Extend the crown of the head away from your tailbone. So the crown of the head moves away from your glutes, and you're engaging your quads. Your quads become strong, your thighs become strong, and your jaw draws in. The top of your head, again, imagine I'm going to pull it a little bit and you extend it forward, extend it in front of your body, and your back is as flat as needed, and your left hand stays on the leg, and your right hand driving the thumb forward and up towards the sky while your fingers extend in front of your body without overextending the right arm. So it's not about pushing through the shoulder, it's about bringing the shoulder in and really squeezing through your glutes and really engaging through your oblique muscles. Find, again, the entire flank side. Some people call that the place where we handle a lot of love. So find that right side to be supportive and burn a little bit of that love. One of the few times you're gonna hear me saying that Too much love is maybe too much love. So do not handle too much love there. Find your body to burn it. Breathe into it. Find your jaw, crown of the head. Find your glute muscles. Never lock your knees. Breathe in. Press out through your torso. Your abdomen supports your back. So it's not your back doing the work, it's your abdomen, it's your thighs, it's your glutes. Activate. Squeeze your glutes against the wall. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Jaw draws into your throat in your final deep breath. Can you really, really flatten your spine? And exhale, release your hands towards the legs. Exhaling, rounding your back. Bending your knees one more time. Allow your feet to be steady. Stay long and tall through this position. When your body is ready, allow the hands to slowly come in front of your chest. Place the palms of the hands against each other into Anjali Mudra, and your arms bent enough so your thumbs come right in front of your chest area. So find the elbows to be perpendicular towards the palms of the hands and your shoulder blades actively pressing against the wall. And your jaw draws in and you feel your body, again, engaging those quad muscles, breath, support, shoulder blades, hips, lower back, neck area, lengthen the crown. When and if your body's ready, can you feel the last two breaths? Strengthen, not separate any part of your body, maintaining as strong against the wall as your body allows it. Let your last long inhalation. Deep breath in. Engage your glutes, engage your thighs. Exhale, slowly. Hands into the thighs, into the hips, into the wall behind you. Allow your hips to raise. Deep breath in. Lengthen your legs. Allow your body to slowly lean against the wall with your legs extended. Doesn't mean locked. Just simply extend them using your thighs. Allow your body to slowly support through your feet. Again, so they will slide. Make sure they're sticking into the wall in front of you or into the floor in front of you, into your yoga mat. And let your left hand this time, allow it to come wide around on the wall. Raise it up towards the sky above the shoulder. And then gently with your right hand, palm of the right hand, facing the wall. You have probably not a rounded wall like me, like a column, but you have a flat wall. Your hand is going to dip slowly and your shoulders are going to dip slowly to the right side, and your left arm and head, you can look towards the ground, you can look towards the left thumb, lean towards the right side of the leg. Shoulder blades against the wall. Deep breath, never lock your knees. Exhale slowly, flatten your body, exhale gently. Deep exhale, feel it all the way through your waist. Use the right hand against the wall so it gives you leverage. Use your left hand to come gently a little bit higher to open the rib cage, and shoulder blades shift back rather than away from the wall. Your head, one more time, against the wall. So you want to maintain that one or singular plane in your body. There's not rotation, there's not twisting. Maintain your body, strong legs. One more time, feel the body exhaling all the way through, slowly, gently. Breathe all the way out and walk your right hand. So bend the elbow, use the stickings of the fingers into the wall and raise your body tall. And let your left arm slowly soften towards the side of your body. Breath in, allow your body to dive gently forward. Reach gently towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards your ankles, towards your toes, towards the tip of the toes, towards the yoga mat, and exhale slowly. Great time to check for pedicures. Observe your body to support the position. Jaw draws in, lengthen slowly your tailbone towards the sky. Find your jaw to be drawn in, elbows and shoulders never tense. Find the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Really lengthen that vertebral column. Feeling the body exhaling all the way out. When your last long extension happens, all the way through, kindly squeezing your tummy. And then using your hands, bending your knees so your back doesn't do any of the work. It's the core of your body that actually lifts the abdomen, the glutes, the thighs, that raise the torso back upright. Exhale all the way through one more time. Allow your left and right arm to slowly open wide and tall towards the sky. Deep breath in. And as your body exhales, the left arm slowly moves gently on the left side of the wall. Palm hands slowly facing to the wall, and your body exhales, rolling towards the left side, never locking the knees. Allow your body to slowly exhale, reaching out, breathe in, exhale. Your left hand supports you. You open the right rib cage, reach your head against the wall, looking towards the ground, looking towards the front of your body, looking towards the sky. Find your belly, find your waist, open the right side of your body. Your knees are never locked. Observe your body steady through your feet. Reach deeply through your waist area. Can you trust? Can you use the prop of the wall, right? To support the wall to find a deeper muscle, not because you want to overextend, but you want to go to the feeling of depth into those muscles that you're activating. Allow the last 2 breaths. Observe your body. Inhale gently when your last long exhalation happens. And you can feel the entire rib cage, the underarm really moving gently. Left hand helps you. Slowly walk those fingers. Your back doesn't do anything. Your body raises back towards the upright position and release kindly, very gently, your body towards the ground or your arms towards the sides of the hips on the wall behind you. And your knees slowly bend. And you can feel your body gently pressing with your hands against the wall, and your torso slowly separates from the wall. And you are going to place the palms of hands into the wall in such a way that your body is actually lengthening and your shoulders are rolling back, and you're slowly holding into the wall behind you, and you feel your fingers, so the tip of the fingers, so the palms of hands touching the wall as wide or as narrow as your body needs to. And find your shoulder blades rolling back, your knees never tense, open your chest, breath in. When and if your body's ready, allow your shoulder blades to slowly shift towards each other, that your hips are not sinking back, that your hips are not moving too far forward, that you can feel that your abdomen tucks and your chest lifts, your knees and toes, the legs alignment, your head alignment, the crown of the head extends. One more time, feel the extension of the entire body. Exhale all the way through the shoulders, shifting back so your chest is really active. Concentrate onto your clavicles. If you can think and look into your collarbones, move them back, separate them, open your chest. Let your last long make, again, the skin, all the derma, all the layers of tissue until you feel deep into your body, that you're breathing into them, that you're letting them move. Last time, inhale. And then exhale, release, and slowly soften into the wall behind you. Beautiful. Find your knees very gently, softening. Allow your hands to walk your torso slowly off the wall and letting your body exhale. So you're finding your feet to come about hip distance from each other. And your right foot is going to slowly step forward, a little bit farther forward. And your left foot is going to come towards the wall behind you. And you're going to touch gently the wall with your foot. Doesn't matter how high, doesn't matter how tall. Allow your body to measure about a leg distance and feel that your body leans into that left foot and your body starts gently lifting that left leg. And your hands, again, with your right knee as bent as needed, your hands into your thighs, into your knee, or above or below the knee, never on the knee joint. And your body starts lengthening. You can feel your body stretching. And you raise it slowly away from that wall. So your left foot is on the wall, your right foot is far enough that you feel perfect balance and your abdomen supports. And maybe your hands stay in your leg, on your waist. Maybe your arms open to the sides of your body or in front of your body. Find whatever helps you. Find that your body supports movement, that you feel the inhalation and your feet are wide enough, right? And hopefully you don't have a curved wall, but you have a straight wall that helps you add more surface area to support into the position. One more time, breathe in, exhale all the way through. Gently observe your body to support and lengthen the spine, to lengthen through the crown in your last long deep breath in. When your body feels the active position of your torso, exhale and then release slowly the left foot next to your right one. Stay steady. Bring your arms wide and out towards the sky. To open the body, palms and hands face each other. Squeeze your glutes, raise your ribs, tuck in the belly, and lengthen up towards the sky. Not only up, but maybe for some of us, slightly behind the shoulders. So you can feel the tension of the breastbone separating from your pubic bone. And you find the abdomen really expanding, while your back muscles, while your glute muscles, while your hamstrings and heels connecting and stretching. Let your last long open the body really profoundly towards the sky. When your body is ready to inhale into the broad position of shoulders and clavicles, then exhale and release hands and arms. Slowly settle. Place the palms of the hands gently towards your thighs, towards the knees. Allow your right foot to slowly, again, feet about at least hip or shoulder distance from each other. your right foot slowly shifts behind, finds the wall, settles gently into the wall. Your left and right hand comes into your thigh. Again, observe your balance, observe the places of safety around you. There's not anything that you can fall into, but you have enough room. And all you can do is just simply roll yourself into the ground if you lose balance. So find your body strong, engaged, deep breath. Hands into your legs, one hand to the leg, the other one to the hip. Both arms to the sides of your body, open wide, or maybe in front of your body if you want to really challenge. So observe your body. Inhale and exhale all the way through. Kindly take your body to maintain your torso parallel towards the ground, not rotated. We're not rotating yet. You're maintaining your torso really parallel towards the ground. Your chest and both shoulders are looking at the same height away from the ground. Deep breath. Exhale, exhale. One more time. Find your legs, find your heels, extend the crown, jaw draws in. Find those leg muscles, squeeze your legs to be open. Raise your right leg if you need to a little bit higher. Bend your left knee a little bit deeper if you need to. Knot on your toes. Press the heel of that left foot. When your last long motion happens, inhale deeply and then slowly soften and lock it and let your body gently come with your right foot forward. Exhale towards the ground. Open the arms, inhale wide, and then slowly fold forward towards the ground as if your hands were to touch your thighs, your knees. Never lock your kneecaps. Press through your heels, move to your shins, ankles, toes, big toes under your feet. Maybe placing the hands below the soles of your feet as if you're just placing the palm of the hands gently, fingers sliding towards your heels. Or gently allow your body to be as high and gentle as you need to. And your body exhales. Never lock your knees. Jaw draws in. Inhale, inhale. Exhale all the way through. Can you find your body one more time? Plane deeply into pain attention. So allow your body to exhale, to find your belly, the head, the neck. Last long inhalation. Deep breath in. And when your body is ready to exhale all the way through, breathe out. Feel that your head and your torso really releases its weight towards the ground. You're not holding, you're not timid about the position. Slowly start undoing. Wherever your hands are, they start the movement, your knees bend, and you start rolling your body one vertebra at a time, slowly coming gently. Allow your body to gently look with your right hand towards the wall and let your body look into the right side of the yoga mat. And your right hand is going to be, you move your body closer towards the wall, about an arm's length, and you let your right foot slowly pointed gently towards the wall. So your toes on the right foot are perpendicular towards the wall, meaning in the direction, pointed in direction to the wall. And your right knee is never locked at first. Settle your right foot, slowly lengthen. So stand tall in the right leg. Make sure that you're arm distance at least, and let your left leg start lifting. And your right leg stays strong into the ground, and you feel your body raising, extending, reaching. And your right hand, it stays on the wall, it starts bending the elbow or starts raising a little bit higher on the wall. And you feel your body squeezing. You raise your left leg, pointing the toes. Now find your hips, one on top of each other. So the left hip is directly above the right hip. And you breathe kindly into this position. Your left hand is holding the leg from in underneath, is holding the leg or resting on the leg on top. It's coming to the waist or it's coming over the head towards the wall in front of you. And you breathe and you support it gently. Maybe your right arm drops a little bit farther down. You can feel your left leg again. Those are all variations of the same position, whatever feels most comfortable, with your left hand long and tall, gently on the leg or against the wall, and your body exhales, looking slowly towards the ground. Open the belly. Last 2 breaths. Never lock your knees. Active left leg. Last time. Use the wall. Use the wall to stretch your torso and your arms and shoulders away from the entire wall area. And as your body exhales, slowly start doing your hands and arms first until your body exhales. Bring your left foot exactly parallel towards the right one. And I apologize, I'm going to give you my back, but I'm going to place my left foot into the ground, pointed forward. So my right leg starts opening up and then allowing my distance, perfect distance. So my tip of the fingers, full palm of the hand of the left stays on the wall, and I'm going to separate because I know I can go deeper, my left foot away from the wall, or I can, if I don't go any deeper, I know I have to walk into the wall. So find your own distance. The right hip starts lifting off the ground. I never lock my knee. My right hand is holding the right leg to open, to stretch, to activate, or maybe resting it onto the leg, into the hip, into the waist. And I flatten the sole of my left foot actively, consciously. Feel the left foot firm from the pinky toe to your big toe. While the toes are not firm against the ground, but they're actually driving a flat position of the foot. So you're really moving your toes to expand the surface area of your foot. And your right hand remains on the leg, on the waist, on the wall above your head, and your left hand may strive to extend into the floor, to the lower position of the wall with your fingers pointing in opposite directions if that's what your body needs to. And your spine lengthens and your jaw draws in. And you use the wall to really extend both sides. One more time, breathe into this pose. And exhale to your tummy. Squeeze your glutes, point your toes, raise your right leg. Last 2 times. Inhale, breathe, shoulders are wide, your head looks up, front or down, find your jaw. In your final long position, activate, use those muscles, and then exhale, slow motion. Right leg gently comes to the ground, while your hands help your body slowly stay. Stay leg facing the wall, palms, hands evenly to the wall. Exhale, slowly lower your body. Allow your body to slowly lower, maybe about hip height at most, if that's what your body allows it. Find that your feet are exactly under your hips. Not in front of the hips, not behind the hips, just slightly under. And you find enough length into your back that you can actually press your hips back. And your feet should be, the more intense requires that your feet are close towards each other, the less intense the feet farther away from each other. As you know, the big toes are there preferably to touch towards each other, while the heels remain a little bit wider from each other than the toes. And your knees are not pushed, you're not overextending your knees, you're bending a little bit so you can really retract or lift your kneecaps. Look at your kneecaps if you need to and let them lift slightly off the ground. And you press your glutes back and you press through your hands forward, and you can feel the active extension of your shoulder blades, the active extension of your underarms, of your ribs. The abdomen does not just hang loosely towards the ground, but slowly retracts inwardly towards your back. So you diminish the arching of that lumbar spine. Inhale and exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Last 2 times. Observe your body. Exhaling kindly while your jaw draws in. When your last long inhalation happens into this position, observe your spine to lengthen, abdomen, rib cage, underarms. Pay attention, listen to your body. Slowly bend your knees, raise your heels, and allow your heels to come highest off the ground so your knees are bent. And you're going to allow your hands to come a little bit lower, your body to sit into an imaginary chair behind you. Your knees, again, far back, and your glute muscles far back, and your torso lengthens to the crown of the head. So your knees are bent, your thighs then come closer towards your abdomen, but most importantly, the abdomen comes towards your thighs. And your head stays low, if that's okay with your body, and you slowly engage and you press your glutes and you raise your heels and you activate your calves. Maybe your body is ready to strengthen those muscles, support the joints of your ankles, the joints of your knees. Make sure that your knees are always pointed in the same direction of your toes. For some of us, if you want to add to the position, then let your hands slowly help your torso come a little bit higher. And not because you're arching, it feels like you're arching the spine, but the intention is to extend your chest forward and raise your breastbone area, and your head will naturally come with your chest looking into the wall. And you raise your glutes, you tighten your thighs, and you look forward towards the wall. Breath in, exhale to your tummy. Your tummy retracts as if you're just really supporting with your abdominal muscles that lower back. And I say things several times so we can really feel those muscles, really feel the observation into the entire engagement into that area. When your last long inhalation happens, breath in, Observe the final exhalation. Breathe out deeply to your gut area. Inhale, lengthen slowly your heels into the ground, flatten your spine, soften your neck, hands into the wall, right foot to the floor, left leg behind you. Slowly open it. One more time, stretch and lengthen your left leg off the ground, and you observe your hands to hold onto the wall and breathe in, raising, extending, reaching towards the sky, raising the left hip as high as possible while your toes point, your toes flex, your heel presses out, and maybe your left knee slowly flexes and your heel of the left foot comes slowly towards the glutes and your inner thighs open, as if you're separating your knees, not pressing the toes of the right foot to the ground. Breath in, hands into the wall, as wide as needed, so your shoulders are not shifting. You're not rolling your shoulders. The arms open a little bit wider, squeeze your glutes, make a dimple in that left glute area. And as Betsy always reminds me to say, if you don't squeeze it, Betsy will. So find your body exhale, slowly squeeze your inner thighs. Last time, deep breath, raise that left knee. And when your body slowly exhales, squeeze your tummy, inhale, and bring that left leg slowly towards the ground. Very kindly exhale, flatten your spine, press with your hands, push back, flatten your vertebrae column, tuck in the belly, lengthen, inhale, exhale all the way through, very kindly, toes closer to your heels. When your last long exhalation, very gently, breathe out. Are we praying? Yes. When the body exhales, very, very gently, let your right foot slowly come back off the ground, your left foot to stay on the floor, your hands to come as wide, walking away from each other. So you're really opening your shoulders, and your shoulders are not rotating, and your right hip comes as far up above the left hip as you need to. And you breathe kindly to engage and make sure your diaphragm, as we practice on Monday, that your diaphragm is engaged. Maybe your right knee slowly flexes and you can feel your right heel coming towards the glute and your right inner thigh to slowly open, not only high, but behind you. Breath in. So find that your body moves that right leg tall and far away from the ground. Toes are light. Deep breath. Press your hips away from the wall. Inhale, inhale. Exhale all the way out. Flatten your belly. Flatten your hips. Inhale, soften the toes. Jaw draws in. One more time. Breathe in. And observe your tummy, your entire waist. Let your last 2 breaths. Observe the flattening of the spine, the waist area, and your final long position. Can you really activate? Just feel your muscles. Find your body strong and exhale. Slowly, as you breathe out, bring your right leg, the right side of your body, gently. Slow motion. Breath in, walk your hands a little bit higher, maybe shoulder height. Maybe your body's starting to warm up a little bit. Let your hands to come about shoulder height. Maintain your back flat, your hips flat, and your heels remain flat into the floor. So you're walking your feet farther back. If you want to stretch your calf muscles without locking your knees, stretch the back of your legs and your feet. The farther apart, the less intense, of course, the position. Breath in, hands into the wall, shoulder height and shoulder distance, and then gently bring your abdomen to tighten your glute muscles to support your back and look into the wall. If that's enough, stay right there. If you need to tuck your chin in and lengthen the top of your head away from the heels, by all means, lengthen that entire back area while your toes become light, always lighter into the ground, and your toes, the heels of your feet become deeper into the floor. Engage your quads, glute muscles. Maybe for some of us, nothing else moves except your head. By moving the chin, if your neck allows it, and your shoulder blades are drawn towards each other, so you're really supporting your neck area. Maybe your chin lengthens up towards the sky. You can feel your throat, and you can feel the calves. You can feel the entire front of your body, throat muscles, tongue moving towards the roof of your mouth. Gently lengthen your chest, lengthen, pulling all the way from your belly, all the way below your belly towards your hips, towards the groin area, towards your inner thighs. Deep breath. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, hold your hips, hold your sacrum. Deep breath in, Raise towards the sky, find your body. Abdomen, really engage, stretch it. Let your last 2 breaths. Observe wherever your body is, your own intensity. Last long inhalation. Deep breath in. When your body exhales, release very gently, dropping, pushing back the hips. Inhale slowly to this position. Allow your right foot to step gently forward towards the wall in front of you. Your left leg to stay just a little bit open. So your left toes open in a diagonal away from your body while the heel stays closer. And you can separate your feet as wide as possible so the right foot stays closest to the baseboard, the left foot closest to the back, and your hips start aligning in the same plane. And your body exhales, and you can feel your right hand sliding gently towards the wall, bending without rotating, right? It's not the shoulders that are rotating, you're supporting them. Again, your wall is your prop, and you're finding the torso without locking the knees. Your knees are as bent as needed, and let your right leg, foot, hips, shoulders in the same plane descending. And your left hand stays on the leg, on the hip, on the waist, on the shoulder. Maybe your left arm comes towards the sky. Maybe your right hand comes gently deeper. And you can feel your body into, again, this supported Trikonasana or triangle pose. And you can look towards the ground on the right foot. You can look towards your left arm, towards the left hand, and you're finding your heels steady. Breath in, press away from the wall through your hips. Arms just give you stability and balance. Inhale. This is excellent for, again, our waist, our flank sides, the health of the spine. We are sometimes only unidirectional in the way that we move our torso. So can you feel that your chest is coming forward and you're really feeling the muscles? Even your chest muscles, right? You can feel your pectoral muscles, the inferior pectoral muscles, the muscles that are under the chest, the ones that are lower towards the ribs. Those are the ones sustaining the movement. You can feel how they activate, and they need to be stretched and activated. We use them very seldom. And your breastbone area comes, opens in front of your body. One more time, open your hands, move your glutes to support your hips and open the waist area. Let your last long inhalation, deep breath in, exhale all the way through. Kindly bend your right knee so you have support through that right leg, and your hands gently start climbing up the wall. And you feel gently, literally climbing up the wall. And let your body exhale slowly. We're going to rotate into the opposite direction. So breathe out, settle, and then switch. Bring your right foot back, the left foot forward, toes of the left foot onto the baseboard, right foot behind the right foot behind the left one with your toes is slightly wider than the heel, and let your body align. And you squeeze your glutes. Instead of leaning into the hip, you're going to straighten up the torso. So your torso starts already tall and long and wide, and maybe your left arm starts coming gently towards the base of the wall. Your right hand comes slowly top. Maybe your left hand stays on your thigh, never pressing the knee, never locking that left knee, never locking or overextending the ankle of that left foot. Make it balanced. Make sure that your knee is not rotating to the left or it's not rotating wide, that you're slowly drawing it in through the root of the leg. So that other muscles are going to realign the joint and you don't feel pulling either on the inside or outside or even from the top of that left foot. And your body exhales. Maybe your arms come towards the wall, maybe your body looks towards the ground, maybe it looks towards the chest or towards the right underarm, and your body exhales. Feel the right heel. Squeeze gently your glutes. And again, one more time, feel that your underarms are opening. The inferior pectoral muscle is really extending, that your chest widens, and you breathe in and you exhale. Find the space between your arms. Find the extension that is appropriate for your legs, for your hips, for your back. Feel how your torso is actually lengthening. So you can feel the vertebrae column opening. You feel all the muscles, even all the way through your hamstring. If you can actually pay attention, you can feel the fascia all the way towards your calf and ankle, maybe towards the sole of your foot, and your neck is long, not dropping the head, not letting it hang, but extending it away from your tailbone into the wall, and your body breathes. And your body exhales. And are you paying attention to your breath? Exhale, squeeze your belly and your waist. As you already know, find those muscles, never locking, never pushing when your last two breaths. Observe the tummy that really supports your back. Final inhalation, deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Kindly walk your left hand into the wall. Support your body to slowly transition, right? Your body slowly shifting back to upright until you feel your body really strong and open. And then kindly bend your left knee as much as needed. And then bring your left foot away from the wall, your right foot towards the wall. Rotate your body one more time, and you allow your feet to be away from the wall about 1 foot distance or 2, and your hips all the way through your spine against the wall. And you breathe in, and you exhale slowly. Find your shoulder blades, find your neck, find your back into the wall. Flatten the belly. Make sure that your belly is supporting the lower back into the wall, that your shoulders are wide. Deep breath. Is there a thing, a moment, a person that comes to mind that you can find a sense of gratefulness for? Can you observe the heels of your feet? Maybe the big toes come closer towards each other. Can you observe one more time a moment of gratefulness? There's a lot of things that come up, and you will find yourself centered. This is where we practice, right? This is where we really learn to use those skills and sharpen those skills to be just harmonious, to really be aligned, and aligned not only physically, but aligned with all the other aspects of our physical body, until our mind also connects with that, so we can then train ourselves to be just focused, aligned breath, supported with the wall, trusting the strength of your body, observing your breathing. When your body's ready, let your left foot steady, and let your right knee gently come off the ground. Stay in your left foot and bring your right leg as tall as your body allows it, with your left leg as bent or as extended as needs to be, and feel your body supported. Feel that your back, your hips, your shoulders are against the wall, and you breathe in, finding again your hands behind the hamstring, in front of your shin, in front of your knee, allowing to hold your thigh, allowing to hold your waist, or your hip, I should say. Feel your right leg just as tall as you need to. When your body is ready, allow your toes to slowly move gently in a circular movement. Rotate your toes as if you're just drawing a big circle with your big toe of the right foot without dropping the knee. Breath in and breathe out. Make a huge rotation around your ankles. Very nice. Deep breath. Exhale, exhale. Your shoulders are still balanced. Are you leaning on one side more than the other? Are you losing the rhythm of this soft circular movement through your foot? Activate your heel, the ankle, all the shin muscles. Let your last full breath rotate exactly in the opposite direction, the same right foot. Are you dropping the knee? Are you maintaining your leg tall? And you feel the heel, the entire ankle, the fascia of that right foot. Observe your tummy, shoulder blades back. Observe your body breathing in and breathing out. Rotate round, inhale, raise your knee. Beautiful, shoulder blades, back of your head. Are you breathing? Last long, full, deep breath in. Exhale, release kindly your right leg in front of your body towards the ground. Settle it. What does it feel like for your hips, for your ankles, for your knees? Can you settle your right foot into the ground, and your left leg then starts moving gently off the floor until you hold it from the hamstring, from your calves, from your shin, from your knee, and raise it. And find your hips steady, and you breathe in. Exhale all the way through. Find your body support that left leg to be flexed. Deep breath in. When your body is ready, allow your toes to slowly start moving in a singular rotation. Doesn't matter where you start, without dropping the knee, without moving your head away from the wall. Deep breath in. Exhale, rotate. Are you locking your right knee, or are you slowly moving gently your left ankle in circular movement without dropping that leg? Allow your body to slowly move the heel, activate your shins, really move gently, draw. Look at your big toe that is drawing the biggest, widest, more intentional circle through that left foot without dropping the knee. Isolate the movement. Last time, take a deep breath. And then rotate exactly in the opposite direction. Look at your left toes. Are you holding that left leg? Breathing gently around your ankle. Breath in and breath out. Shoulder blades, back of your head. Do not grind your teeth. Observe your breath. Less is more. Are you observing your body to become strong through your entire abdominal cavity? Rotate it, deep breath. Exhale, exhale. Very nice. Look at your big toes. It's drawing the biggest circles. Your heel also moving in your final, long, deep breath. As swift as your body prefers to move. Exhale and then release that left leg. Very gently. Exhale it towards the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Allow your body to slowly come gently forward towards the floor. Bring your fingers to touch the ground, your knees to slowly touch the floor. Let the soles of your feet come closer towards the wall behind you, and let your body settle into this position. Breathe kindly. Maybe your elbows are able to bend towards the ground, so your right and left elbow are about shoulder distance, and the palms of the hands are slowly toward the floor. Your left knee remains steady, so shift your attention to your left knee and foot touching the baseboard, while your right leg comes a little bit into the wall, and maybe touches slowly towards the wall, or maybe comes all the way high up towards the wall, enough that your heel comes even taller, and you're really feeling that your right leg is actually extending away from your chest, extending away from your ribs, extending away from your hips, while your right glute stays long, and your head looks towards your left knee for ease on your neck. Your arms and forearms are parallel towards each other with the palms of hands facing towards the ground, and that helps, again, stability. Your shoulders are not pushing, your shoulders are wide, and your chest is active, your glute muscles active. Your right heel comes a little bit taller. The exhalation slowly opens. Maybe the crown of the head extends even deeper away from that right heel until you feel your hip flexor activating. Breath in. Exhale. Tummy muscles really flattening. Very nice. Every time you breathe out, your tummy muscles are really stretching, and you feel that your body is shifting, extending. One last time. Observe the body. Really broad, really extended. When your body is kindly exhaling, release your right leg. Soften it gently towards the ground. Letting your right knee settle. Breath in. Breath out. Bring your hands right where your elbows were and come into that neutral position. Inhale. And then exhale. Fully exhale. So where have you felt this? In what part of your body have you felt any tension or any activity? Where is your body breathing strongest? Can you exhale kindly one more time? Are we really, again, complacent in certain parts of the body, or can you still stay fresh, remain active, remain present, right? So allowing the right knee steady to the floor. Your left and right elbows maybe come towards the palm, towards the ground, with the palms, hands, and forearms as parallel as comfortable for your shoulders. Never leaning over the shoulders, right? Make sure that your shoulders and forearms is slightly in front of the, the forearms and the elbows are slightly farther in front of the left and right shoulders, while your left knee bends, and you raise it a little bit off the ground. And maybe your body's able to exhale and support, and that's perfectly okay for your body. You can use as much padding or props as you need to. Maybe your left leg extends and you can raise it towards the sky, and you can feel the left body slowly reaching through your toes as high into the wall as your body allows it. And again, it's not about pinching anything or overextending anything. It's about just simply letting the heel come tall and long while your jaw draws in and the crown extends. And your abdomen, feel that that left leg is actually opening the hip flexors. And the hip flexors are those muscles that make your torso and leg flex forward, right? We usually bend forward that way. This is a great way to activate the glutes, to make them strong and really supportive of the hips, of the back, of the strength of your body. And let the front of the abdomen, the front of the hip and the leg to stretch and to open. And so what does it feel like? What do you find in your body when you move that? So what are the thoughts that come to mind? What are the stories that you keep hearing when your body moves this way? Is there any way that you can create the narrative in your head? And can you observe your body? Are you still grateful to that one intentional point of gratefulness that you found at the beginning of your yoga practice? And you're breathing and you're exhaling. Most importantly, the breath out is what really triggers the exchange and the cleansing of the body. Last 2 breaths. Observe the breath, observe the crown of it extending away from the heel if that's necessary. Observe the exhalation as if you're just really stretching that tummy. Final long deep breath. Feel the entire abdominal cavity, hip flexor opening, and then exhale, slow motion, very gentle. There's many breaths. That's not a rule to move in a single breath, but to find your body coming onto hands and knees, and observe the palms of hands to slowly come under the shoulders, and let your body just round it. Inhale into this pose. Beautiful. When your body's ready, we're going to slowly turn your body facing up. So you're going to bring the knees to the side, gracefully place one hip into the ground. We're going to bend the knees in such a way that they're off the ground, and we're going to lean one hip, whatever hip it is, closest to the wall. So the shoulder, the rib cage, that hip is very tight against the wall. That's a great way to start, and then to be able to move the legs up. So find your body when the hip and the shoulder on whatever side you chose is against the wall, then start rotating away from the wall. So look slowly with your hands, and your hips remain, and your legs start climbing gently up the wall. Enough that your heels are on the wall. So for some of us, the elbows are on the ground, and the forearms slowly folded off the ground, so you can feel as if you're just wiggling yourself deeper into the wall through your glutes. For some of us, we're able to place the glutes and the hamstrings and the calves into the wall. For some of us, that's more difficult and challenging, so we want to place a pillow under the hips, maybe a folded towel or a blanket under your tailbone area, and let your body raise your heels, your back slowly softens. Allow your feet to be remaining tall, and take. You're going to feel, hopefully, or possibly, not hopefully, but possibly, a shift of temperature from the legs down your body. So that means blood, because the blood is warm inside the body, right? So the blood is shifting from the toes down your legs towards the rest of your torso, towards your abdomen, to your, in other words, you're flushing your body. You're letting the entire venous return. The blood has been already deoxygenated. The blood has already left the oxygen inside and has captured all the rest of the metabolism of your cells back into your cleansing organs. And that's actually very helpful to bring that blood back into your, if nothing else, into your lungs, so they can actually leave the CO2. So it's important to breathe out at this point so you can cleanse as much of those red blood cells as you need to cleanse, and then inhale deeply through your diaphragmatic breathing. So the blood cells that are coming through your lungs capture a lot of oxygen and carry it to your body. So one more time, the exhalation is hugely important. There's no tension in your neck, in your head, in your shoulders, in your hands. You're simply breathing. You're really pumping. You're helping the whole process. And if we think about our legs have two types of ducts that conduce the blood into the legs and out of the legs to the rest of your torso. So the ones that bring the blood to the extremities of the body, or from the heart away into the rest of the body, those are called your arteries. And your arteries are gently, softly helped usually by the gravity force. The ones that bring the wash off, the rest of the blood that has been used up back into being oxygenated, and then of course in the process being filtered, and there's a lot of things that happen to your red blood cells as they come through the abdominal organs. But in terms of circulation, your veins are the ones that conduce this blood away from the extremities into the organs of the center of your body. Even from that perspective, and you let your body, again, helping it to maximize the exchange. And by bringing your legs up, you're increasing the pressure into your chest, into your head, you're increasing blood flow, you're creating a lot of benefits into your brain, into your nervous system, in your head, and you're in the meantime helping so many other things. And one in particular that I want you to pay attention to is those varicose veins. So those little sacs. So since the veins are usually pumping or working against gravity, right? The blood moves from the legs up from gravity, and gravity pulls you down. So they have little containers, little flaps that come from the inner walls of your veins. And so when the heart does not pump and has the dilation of it and there's no pressure, then the blood tends to come down with gravity towards your feet. Those little sacs hold it from falling down again completely. And so sometimes they become a little bit overextended, or those veins become very weak through the muscles that help and hold and help pumping the blood up towards your torso. And those become enlarged. And again, all that structure becomes loosened, not supported. So we want to give them also a rest so they avoid pulling blood into the lower body. And we can, again, these are all positions, part of the line of positions that is the rejuvenation positions for your body. Meaning, if we are losing or aging by standing with gravity, by inverting our position, we are letting gravity work against the natural state, and the body doesn't have to invest so much energy in that process. And so there's energy stored, and they are called, again, all that energy that is restored and become more efficient helps the body be reestablished and in many ways rejuvenated. So observe your breath. Hugely important, as we already know, to find that balance when and if your body is ready. Allow your knees to then gently bend, very softly, right? Even your knees have actually been benefited from this. All the pulling of the fluids that is not related only to blood, but all the fluids outside your tissues, on your ankles, on your knees, on your hips, is actually benefited. So bend your knees so your feet are on the wall. Your hands come towards the glutes, towards the hips, towards the lower back, and then slowly press your hips gently off the ground until your hips come just as high as gently possible. And you feel your feet just as high as your knees, or slightly higher. And you hold your hands into your glutes, into your kidneys, into your ribs, into your shoulder blade area, whichever is most appropriate. As you already know, your head never turns. You're not pressing or pushing in the back of your neck or head. You're simply moving your body to change not only the pressure differential on the legs, but also now contributing the hip joints and the hip organs and the abdominal organs and the chest and the lungs and the head and facial expression and lips and tongue. And the breath is huge, important. Last two breaths. Can you feel your body really shifting, really increasing blood flow to your head area? And again, observe your breathing through your diaphragm to prevent from overexposure. Breathe completely out when you're really breathing out, and then start undoing when your body's ready to start undoing. And roll one vertebrae at a time towards the ground until your legs extend, and rest one more time on the wall. And you can feel your body exhaling. Bring attention to the change on blood pressure. When your body's ready, flex your knees a little bit. Let the soles of your feet bend gently into the wall or touch the wall when your thighs and knees and closer towards your chest and abdomen. Allow, again, you're going to feel changes of temperature. It's perfectly normal. Is that warm blood flushing and moving and shifting through your tissues, and that's actually very appropriate. So sustain and support that through your breath. Especially from this position, do not come into sitting up very quickly, right? Let your body adjust. Walk your feet on the side of the wall, whichever side you prefer. Walk your feet into the wall gently towards the baseboard until your knees very close to your chest come close to the floor, and you're rotating your knees to the side. And you settle with your feet touching the wall, your knees and legs closest to each other, and maybe closest to the ground if not resting. Take your arm that is away from those knees and roll it over until your head and torso rests on that side of your body, and you're looking towards your knees, you're looking towards your thighs, you're looking towards your belly. Give time for your blood pressure to normalize. Are you observing your breathing? Are you breathing out? Inhale. And exhale kindly. Very nice. Last time. You need to engage your breath through your mouth, especially as you breathe out. You want to really, that's only just very exceptional times when you really want to exchange a lot of the breath into your gut. Final, just 1/4 last breath. In through your nose, possibly exhaling through your mouth, rounding everything around your upper body. And then gently press with your top hand, move your top leg a little bit away from each other, and then start curling softly. Again, there's a lot of blood, a lot of pressure into your upper body. Shift very, very gently until your legs slowly move away from the wall and your back rests against the wall, and your head and shoulders rest against the wall. Do not force, do not push, do not tense. Find your body sitting against the wall deeply. Observe your body to support your spine, to rest your head, to soften the back, to feel the exhalation, finding gently a long extension of the legs, a long expansion of your back against the wall, your head against the wall. Do not shift quickly. Settle. Are you tensing, or are you just letting the floor and the wall support you? Is your head resting? Inhale to the crown. Look out to the right shoulder very gently, as if just looking out to the right side of your body, and then rotate back into the center without moving your head off the wall. Simply bring your head back to center and roll it towards the opposite shoulder. It doesn't matter which one is your right and your left shoulder today for this exercise. And then bring it back. Inhale very kindly. One last time. Right side roll. As you exhale, as you breathe out completely, roll back to center very gently along your breath. resting against the wall towards your left side of your body, massaging those neck muscles, tissues around your back, soften your thighs, breathing back to center. Exhale very gently with your legs extended, with your legs apart, with your legs crossed. Sit into the most comfortable position for your body. Let the hands come towards your knees, towards your feet. Rest in the back of the hands on your lap. Rest in the back of the hands on your thighs. Sit back with your back and neck and head and shoulder blades against the wall. Bend your elbows, check your entire alignment. Find your core when your body is ready. Your forehead is clear. Cleanse your brow chakra or your intuition center. Let your hands slowly soften towards the ground as if your fingers touch the yoga mat, and through the fingernails run against the wall. Raise your arms slowly, never locking as you're ready now. Extending towards the sky, very, very tall. Bend the elbows and then let the palms of the hands touch. And then imagine the energy coming from the crown, the head, through the midline of your body towards your heart. Let that energy observe and accept. Surrender all the intellectuality, all the other prejudgments we have are about the body or the energy, and feel the energy filling up the body. Surrender it to the ground. Breathe in through the crown of the head, and then let it all exhale down through your hips. Allow open the crown chakra, breathing in. Let it all surrender through your tailbone. One more time. From that point of gratefulness, that point where we lean into to find gratitude. Allow ourselves and our physical body to experience what harmony may feel like, even if it's a 0.001 degree of deeper harmony. And maybe in the same degree of peacefulness. Maybe it's just that one breath or one exhalation. Maybe it's temporarily or just for a tiny moment to just have the experience, this spiritual memory of what it feels like to be truthful, to be really who we are inside in our hearts. And most importantly, to be able to surrender, even if it's in an infinitesimal point, to the power of selfless, divine love.